Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Wolfie.
And Mooney, and this is your Nerd Network News.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has finally released. Now don't worry guys, we're going to keep this review spoiler-free. But man, when we walked into the drive-in, we were expecting a somewhat wholesome story of a young ape on a journey with his eagle, stumbling upon a human-ape conflict in another area. That is not the movie we received. The rest of the movie is so much more in-depth and emotionally devastating than we were prepared for.
This movie kicks off a new trilogy for the Planet of the Apes series, giving us a missing link between the prequels and the original movies. In Kingdom, we're given a much deeper look at the more advanced ape civilizations versus the more common village folk. And y'all, we're seeing a lot of parallels between this movie and actual history. One of the ones really sticking out to me is the Anglo-Saxons versus the Norse. The Anglo-Saxons are a lot like Proximus Caesar and his followers, and Noah and his family are a lot like the Norse. One thing we really want to point out, if you guys have ever played the phone game and know how words can very much be misconstrued through like 10 people, think about that through a matter of 300 years. The teachings of Caesar were majorly misconstrued with Proximus Caesar's followers. One of the best examples we've seen is with Apes Together Strong. As you all know, Caesar taught it as Apes Together Strong was the group working together to accomplish one singular goal together. Under Proximus Caesar, they twist that into a show of strength and brutality.
Y'all, this movie goes ridiculously deep when it comes to the concepts of society, morality, and of course, reflecting life as it is now, as all sci-fi does. One thing I'm absolutely gonna complain about though, is with the final trailer revealing that May can speak. If we had been able to see that scene without knowing it was coming, it would have blown our minds.
My main gripe, and I know the rest of the drive-in heard us, if you guys remember in the trailer when Noah looks through the telescope, they do this 3 times in the movie. Whatever they saw, we really want to see it.
I also feel like it's our duty to mention that you cannot trust a single wholesome moment in this movie. Don't even get your hopes up. The gut punch is coming. That said, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has an excellent use of visual metaphors throughout the film. The editing, the animation, the motion capture, the emotions on their faces, so beautifully done. So it kind of seems odd when you get to the end of the movie. It is cut in a very strange way, and it at first seems like maybe they had 2 different endings in mind and cut different pieces of those endings together. I personally think that they cut it that way as another visual metaphor to show that our 2 lead characters are in conflict with their deep-seated beliefs.
All in all, this movie was absolutely stellar. The visual storytelling, chef's kiss. And the ending conflict. We had Noah come up with a great solution to overcome his obstacles. Not going into any spoilers, but y'all, that was one of the best endings I've seen in a movie.
Hear, hear.
We give this a 5 out of 5 Dark Hearts. And we can't wait for the next movie. And until then, Dark Hearts, bend to your king. NNN would like to thank our listeners for tuning in.
Make sure you like and subscribe to darkheart_studios on YouTube and follow our socials for full video versions of NNN, interviews, and live event coverage.
Thanks for listening, Dark Hearts. This is Mooney.
And Wolfie,
Signing off.